And welcome to my Raiders Dynasty here on YouTube. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. The Raiders are coming off of a 45-13 win over the Miami Dolphins in our last video and are now traveling to Los Angeles to take on their AFC West rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, who are also coming into this game at 1-0 here. If you want to see more Raiders franchise content as well as my Sacramento State Hornets Dynasty for CFP 27, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out here, as we're getting ready to start the game now here. First play of the game, the Chargers with the ball to start off here, and it looks like that's a backwards pass to Quentin Johnston, as that is considered a rush here. That's a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 now on their own 30-yard line as we see the snap taken. Herbert will get the pass. That's going to be complete to Ladd McConkey for 16 yards and a first down for the Chargers here. Very next play, 1st and 10 now for the Chargers. On the 46-yard line, they're going to hand it off over to Omarion Hampton, and Omarion Hampton is going to get 11 yards there on that run. A fresh set of downs for the Chargers. Very next play, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to Hampton again, and Hampton finds another hole, and he'll get another first down. I believe they're going to give him 16 yards on that run. Very next play, another 1st and 10 here. Blink if I'm getting warm here with these first down plays here. As you see, another handoff to Hampton here, and Hampton is going to be just short of the first down here. 2nd and inches now. The Chargers, and once again they're going to hand it off to Hampton, and Hampton will get the first down this time. It's going to be a 1st and goal coming up for the Chargers. Now 3 plays later, 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line. Chargers looking to try to score. They're going to hand it off to Omarion Hampton, and this time Omarion Hampton will get into the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. And the Chargers will, on their first drive of the game, will draw first blood in this AFC West rivalry game. And it's already 7-0 here. Raiders now with the ball here on their first play of their first drive. As we see Kirk Cousins, that pass is going to be complete over to Ashton Jeanty, but that's going to be good enough for 0 yards. Very next play, 2nd and 10, still on their 25-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Ashton Jeanty, and Jeanty's going to be stuffed for a 3-yard loss. 3rd down now as we see Cousins. He'll get the pass off, and that's going to be complete over to Malik Benson. But that's going to be short of the first down here. We fast forward to 3rd and 10 now on the Chargers' second possession as we see Herbert taking a snap, and Herbert is going to be sacked by Kwity Paye. Oh, man, so that's a 3-and-out there. First play of the next drive for the Raiders here. And they're going to hand it off to Ashton Jeanty, and Jeanty is still getting stuffed there. I believe that's a -3 yard or 4 yards there. Next play, though, 3rd and 14 now. No, that is 2nd and 13, I should say here. And that pass is going to be complete to Michael Mayer, but he's going to fumble the ball, and I believe the Chargers are going to come up with it. And indeed it is Khalil Mack. And I believe that he will have both the forced fumble and the fumble recovery, the former Raider with the turnover there. And we now fast forward to 3rd and 8 now as we see there's another run by Omarion Hampton here, and Omarion Hampton is going to go for 12 yards. Another set of rush of downs here. 2 plays later on 2nd and 6. The pass is going to be complete to David Njoku for 6 yards. Very next play, 3rd and 5 now. As you see Herbert, he'll get the pass. That's going to be complete to David Njoku for 9 yards. Sets up 1st and goal on the very next play on the 6-yard line. Let's see here now as Herbert will get the snap off, and that pass is going to be thrown. It's going to be complete to Ladd McConkey. And that's a touchdown pass for Justin Herbert, as McConkey will end up with a 6-yard touchdown catch. And the Chargers are now on top, 14-0 after that extra point here. First play of the next drive for the Raiders, and that's going to be a handoff over to Mike Washington Jr., the backup running back. They're already inside Chargers territory. The Raiders really needed a boost in that play, but the next play you see Kirk Cousins taking a snap, and Cousins is going to be sacked for a loss of 7 there, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here. It is 14-0 Raiders. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button. comment on this video, hit the subscribe button to get more, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out, as we're going to get ready to start the second quarter. Offense is now 2nd and 17 after the sack for the Raiders, and they're going to hand it off to Ashton Jeanty. Jeanty's going to find a hole, and he'll get a first down. He's going to get more. He's going to cross the 20. He's going to cross the 10, and he's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line. It sets up a 1st and goal for the Raiders. And they're looking to try to get on the board here. 2 plays later, though, 2nd and goal on the 6. They're going to hand it off to Jeanty again. And this time, Jeanty's going to find the end zone for his first touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are back in this game. They really needed that score here. Ensuing possession, first play for the next Chargers possession here. As you see Herbert taking a snap, back to throw. That's going to be picked off by Trayden Stukes, the rookie 2nd-round pick from Arizona, with this first career interception. Trayden Stukes, and you see him celebrating inside the end zone with some of his teammates here. 1st and 10 now on the next possession is Kirk Cousins taking the snap. He's back, and he's sacked for a loss of 7 yards here. There's a loss of 7 here. Very next play, though, on 2nd and 17, as you see Cousins with the snap. That pass is going to be complete over to Malik Benson, who's going to get himself some playing time with the absence of Trey Tucker here. 3rd down now, 3rd and 7, and that pass is going to be complete, but the Brock Bowers will be short of a 1st down. They're going to have to settle for a field goal here, and that's going to be a 37-yard field goal, and that's going to split the uprights by Matt Gay, and they were only able to get 3 on that, but they're still within 14-10, though. Next possession for the Chargers here on 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. You see the handoff, and that's going to go to Amarion Hampton for only 2 yards there. Sets up the next play at 2nd and 8 on their own 32-yard line, as we see Herbert. He's going to back to throw, and that looks like, and that is intercepted. And it looks like it is indeed Trayden Stukes, the rookie, once again with the 2nd interception in as many defensive series here. Oh, man, things are looking a little bit better for the rookie right now, as we see another celebration there. First play of the next drive here, 1st and 10 on the 36 of the Chargers. You see Cousins back to throw. That pass is going to be complete to Brock Bowers. That's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Raiders here inside the red zone again. See Cousins next play. Hill back to throw. He's going to connect with Jack Besham. Besham's going to find a way of getting through, breaking that tackle. Sets up 1st and goal. 2 plays later, though, on 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Cousins taking a pass. He's going to get the pass off. That's going to be complete to Michael Mayer, who fumbled the ball earlier in this game. And now he atones for that with a touchdown catch, and the Raiders lead for the first time in this game. They got 10 points off of turnovers here, and the Raiders lead for the first time here. Fast forward to 2nd and 9 on the next Chargers possession, though, as we see Herbert, and he's going to find Brennan Thompson for 15 yards. That's a fresh set of downs. 2 plays later on 2nd and 6, he's going to find Brennan Thompson again, and Thompson will get another 1st down. Very next play, 1st and 10. On the Raider territory, you see the pass. That's going to be complete over to Quentin Johnston for 20 yards. And that is the pass from Justin Herbert here. Very next play on the 25 now, as we see the pass. That's going to be complete over to Amarion Hampton, and the Hampton's going to go 13 yards inside the red zone. 1st and 10 now on the 12, as we see Herbert's pass to the lad McConkey. That's going to be for 7 yards here. 2nd and 3 now on the 5. Looking to try to punch it in and retake the lead. They're going to hand it off over to Amarion Hampton, and Amarion Hampton indeed is going to get into the end zone for a Chargers touchdown, and they retake the lead. It's 20-17 pending the extra point. Now it is 21-17. First play of the next drive for the Raiders here, trailing by 4. Once again, they're going to hand it off to Ashton Jeanty, and Jeanty's going to find a hole. He's going to go 12 yards for a 1st down. Very next play for the Raiders here on 1st and 10. On the 40-yard line, we see Cousins. That pass is going to be complete over to Malik Benson. Benson's going to find a hole. He's going to go inside Chargers territory. And that's another fresh set of downs for the Raiders. 2 plays later, 2nd and 9 on the 33-yard line of the Chargers. You see a little motion there. They're going to hand it off to Mike Washington Jr. And Washington Jr. is going to go for 10-yard run, and that's going to be a first down, bringing it to the 2-minute warning here. 21-17, Chargers on top here. First play out of the 2-minute warning. It's a 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line of the Chargers. We see a little bit of motion here. Cousins will take the snap. Cousins going to get the pass off, and that's going to be complete to Ashton Jeanty. It's a touchdown for the Raiders. So Jeanty has a touchdown on the ground and now through the air. And the Raiders retake the lead with under 2 minutes of play until halftime. 24-21 now. As we see the first play in the next drive for the Chargers here, we see Herbert's pass is going to be complete over to Omarion Hampton for 15 yards. Very next play, 2 plays later, I should say, 3 plays later, 3rd and 8 now. As Herbert's pass is going to be complete to Brennan Thompson, and now they are inside Raiders territory. That was a 15-yard connection on that play. 2 plays later now, 2nd and 10 on the 44-yard line as we see Herbert with the pass. That pass is going to be complete, and he's going to find Thompson again for 18 yards. And next play here, 1st and 10, we see that pass is going to be complete to Oronde Gadsden. That sets up first down now. 2 plays later, though, 2nd and 5 in the red zone as we see Brennan Thompson once again with a pass. And that's going to be complete. 2 plays later, though, it's a 2nd and goal now. And that pass is going to be complete over to Omarion Hampton. And Herbert will find Hampton. And Hampton has 3 touchdowns in this game. 2 on the ground, 1 on the air. And we are going head to halftime, actually. It is halftime here. The Chargers leading it 28-24. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to head to the halftime report. It is now the halftime report brought to you by EA Sports for Madden 27 on this Raiders franchise here. As we look at how things went in Tampa Bay earlier in this day. 2 1-0 teams right now taking battle in South Florida, and you see Baker Mayfield, or more like Faker Mayfield, against his former team. He throws a pick 6 here, and it is the Browns that will come away with the victory. They are 2-0 on the season here, as we see once again another view of the replay of that pick 6 by Baker Mayfield. And now we head to Nashville here. You got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tennessee Titans here as we see Jalen Hurts coming around, spin around for a rushing touchdown there for the Eagles. And it's the Eagles coming away with a narrow 27-24 win over the Titans. And we have the impact player for week number 2. That is quarterback Kyler Murray of the Minnesota Vikings. We see him as he was taking on the Chicago Bears. As we look at a touchdown pass thrown by him, he went 32 of 51 for nearly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. However, it is Caleb Williams and the Vikings that come away with the 37-28 victory in this NFC North showdown. As we look at games around the league, we have some of the later afternoon games in progress. So we're going to go over the scores of every game after this, before the conclusion of this video here, as this was the halftime report. As we look at some of the highlights coming up very shortly for the Raider for this game here. As we saw Omarion Hampton, he is the player player watch right now. 14 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns from the ground. He also had one on through the air as well. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out, as we're about to start the second half. Start the third quarter now with the Raiders getting the ball to begin the second half here. Trailing by 4 right now. They see there's going to be a handoff to Ashton Jeanty, and Jeanty is going to go around for 11 yards for a first down. Very next play, 1st and 10 on the 35. You see Cousins with the snap. That pass is going to be complete to Brock Bowers, and Bowers is going to be short of the first down. And now we have 2 plays later, 3rd and 3 on the 43-yard line, still in their own territory here. And we see the snap taken. You see Bowers, his pass is going to be complete to Jack Besh, and Besh is going to break a tackle for some more yardage here. That's going to be first down after 12 yards, and they're in Charger territory here. 3 plays later on 3rd and 8 now. You see Cousins with the snap. Cousins will get the pass off, and that is complete. But however, Jalen Naylor is out of bounds, and they'll be forced to punt here. We punt here for the Raiders. And we normally don't show punts, but we see this right here because the reason why is because he was able to kick it inside the 7. What a punt, by the way, by A.J. Cole here as we see the first play of the next drive. That's going to be a 5-yard run by Amarion Hampton, who's had himself a really good game to this point. First yards of the second half here. 2nd and 5 on the next play, and that's going to be another handoff to Amarion Hampton, and Amarion Hampton's going to go for 16 yards. Another set of downs here. Very next play, 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Hampton again. He's going to find a hole on the side, and he's going to get past the 40-yard line. That's going to be another first down for the Chargers. 2 plays later on 2nd and 10. We see Herbert, the pass. That's going to be complete to Brendan Thompson, and Thompson will get another first down here. They're now inside of Raiders territory now. 2 plays later on, 3 plays later, 3rd and 7. That's going to be complete over to Quentin Johnston for 9 yards. Another fresh set of downs here, but now we got 2 plays later, 2nd and 10 on the Vegas 31-yard line. And there's going to be a handoff. No, that's a pass to Brendan Thompson for another 9 yards. That's another 9. No, not a first down because it's 3rd and 1 now. As we see a little bit of motion here. Snap taken. They're going to hand it off once again to Amarion Hampton, and Amarion Hampton for 4 yards for another first down. 2 plays later, it is 2nd and 9 as we see Herbert. He's back to throw. He's scrambling, and he is going to get sacked. He does not make it back to the line of scrimmage there. Sets up 3rd and 11 here. There's a pass over to Quentin Johnson, but that's going to be a loss of 1, maybe 2 yards there for the Chargers, and they're going to have to settle for a Cameron Dicker field goal from 37 yards out. Dicker, the kicker, will get the kickoff, and that's going to split the uprights here. And it's 31-24, Chargers on top here as we are late in the 3rd quarter. Raiders with the ball again as we fast forward to 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it off to Ashton Genty, and Genty is going to get 12 yards there on that run. And it's the new fresh set of downs for the Raiders here as we have another play, next play on 1st and 10. See Cousins, that pass is going to be complete over to Jalen Naylor for 21 yards. And now they're in Charger territory here as we're going to have a handoff over to Mike Washington Jr. And Washington Jr. will get 12 yards on that run as that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter here. The Chargers with a 31-24 lead. Get those 4s up, everybody. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out, as the 4th quarter is getting ready to start right after this. Start of the 4th quarter here. Raiders trailing by 7 here. See Kirk Cousins on 2nd down, taking a snap. He's going to get the pass off. That's going to be complete to Brock Bowers, and Bowers is going to get in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Oh, man, this has been a very barn burner of a game right now. An AFC West shootout here as Brock Bowers gets into the end zone. We are tied at 31 here. Chargers on their next possession, first play on their next possession. They're going to hand it off over to Amarion Hampton, and Amarion Hampton is going to go 15 yards. I believe that is a first down. 3 plays later, 3rd and 8 on their own Charger 42-yard line as we see Herbert. That pass is going to be complete over to Quentin Johnston, and that's going to be another first down for the Chargers. 2 plays later, 2nd and 5 on their own 41-yard line. That's a pass that's going to be complete to Ladd McConkey. Another Charger first down. 1st and 10 now on the Raider 33-yard line. As you see Herbert taking a snap. Herbert, pass. That's going to be complete once again to Ladd McConkey for 14 yards. That's going to be another first down for the Chargers. 2 plays later, it's now 2nd and 13 after a loss of 3. You see a pass. That's going to be complete to McConkey again, but a yard short of the first down. As we see now 3rd and 1 as they're in the red zone, and that pass is going to be broken up by Eric Stokes. It sets up a 4th down. They're going to elect to kick the field goal here. A 27-yard field goal attempt by Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, puts the Chargers on top again. It is 34-31. First play of the next drive for the Raiders, now trailing by 3. See Kirk Cousins. He'll get the pass. That's going to be complete to Malik Benson. And Benson's going to get a 1st down after a 12-yard gain. 3rd and 5, 3 plays later here on the 43-yard line of the Raiders as we see Brock Bowers. That pass is going to be complete. That's going to be 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. Very next play, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off over to Mike Washington Jr. He's going to find a hole. He's going to get more than the 1st down. That's going to be 30 yards as there's an injury timeout here. And that's Brock Bowers limping off the field. That is not good for the Raiders. As now we have 3 plays later, though. 3rd and 4 now on the Chargers 17-yard line. Looking to try to take the lead here. As we see Cousin, his pass is going to be complete to Malik Benson. And that's going to be another Raider 1st down here. And now we have 3 plays later. 3rd and goal on the 2. As you see the snap taken. Cousins under pressure. He fumbles the ball as he's sacked, but he will recover it. So the Raiders didn't turn the ball over, but now they have to settle for a 29-yard field goal attempt by Matt Gay. And that will split the uprights, and we are tied at 34. We have now, fast forward to 1st and 10 now, as I say. And there's a pass that's going to be complete to Quentin Johnson for 19 yards. 1st and 10 now, the very next play here for the Chargers, and there's a snap taken by Herbert, and that pass is going to be connecting with Brennan Thompson for 8 yards. 2 plays later, though, on 3rd and 2, as we see snap taken, Herbert's going to get the pass off, and that's going to be incomplete, intended for Ladd McConkey here. They'll be forced to punt, but we fast forward to 3rd and 4 now, as we see Kirk Cousins. He'll pass off. That's going to be complete to Jack Bech for 9 yards, and that will be a 1st down. Very next play on 1st and 10. On the 34-yard line here, we see the snap taken. Kirk Cousins is going to be under pressure here, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 5. Very next play, 2nd and 15 on the 29-yard line. We see Cousins. That pass is going to be complete over to Jalen Naylor for 11 yards. Sets up a manageable 3rd and 4 on the 40-yard line here. Looking to try to win this in regulation for the Raiders, as we see that pass is going to be knocked away by Henley of the Chargers here, and we're going to find ourselves in overtime right now. We are tied at 34. I believe this is probably the first overtime game I ever did on any of my content for Madden or in college football. So overtime coming up. Raiders will get the ball to start the overtime session here. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. And they're going to hand it off over to Ashton Genty. And Genty is going to be tackled after a 4-yard gain. 2 plays later, 3rd and 6 now for the Raiders. You see the snap taken by Cousins. He'll get the pass off. That's going to be complete to Jack Bech. And that's going to be another Raider 1st down here. And I believe that is a gain of 10. Next play, 1st and 10 now on the 44-yard line. We see Cousins taking a snap again. Cousins is going to throw it deep, and he's going to find Malik Benson, and it's going to be down in the red zone. I believe actually a goal-to-go situation here. As you look at that stat line, not going to be the last we hear from Benson, but you see the 3 plays later on 3rd and goal, and there's going to be a connection from Cousins to Jalen Naylor for a 6-yard touchdown, and the Raiders on top once again. You see this sideline pumped right now. Jalen Naylor pumped. That is his 3rd touchdown on the early part of the season already here. 3 touchdowns in 2 games already. I believe that is Cousins' 4th touchdown pass of the game here. Now the Chargers will have a chance to respond to these new overtime rules here. First play, and there is to David Njoku for 7 yards. 2 plays later, 3rd and 1. And that's going to be a pass and catch by Quentin Johnson. And Johnson's going to get 11 yards on that one. He has 10 catches for 91 yards already. 2 plays later now, 2nd and 9 on the 45. We see Herbert taking a snap. He's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be completed. And Brennan Thompson will have the catch there for 40 yards. Sets up a first down inside the red zone. 2 plays later, 2nd and 10 on the 15. Chargers are threatening to try to answer the Raiders' touchdown here. They need to if they want to stay alive here. We see Herbert taking a snap. He'll get the pass off, and that pass is going to be complete to David Njoku for a 15-yard touchdown strike. Now the question is, will Herbert go for 2, or will Harbaugh elect to have the game tie an extra point here? I mean, both teams have all their timeouts right now, and I guess Harbaugh decided to go for the one, and the Charger defense were able to get a 3 and out here as we have a first down play, and that pass is going to be complete over to Quentin Johnston. I believe that is for 10 yards there. 2 plays later on 2nd and 10. Herbert is going to be sacked. He's going to fumble, but however, the Chargers are going to retain possession, though. I believe that's Bobby Wagner on the sack here. 3rd down now. That pass is going to be deflected by knocked away by Jeremy Chin, and the Raider defense will hold. They'll get the ball again. We fast forward to 2nd and 10 here as we see Cousins. That pass is going to be complete to Jalen Naylor for 11 yards. They're going to move the chains here. Very next play on 1st and 10 in the 41-yard line. And that's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be Ashton Genty, and Genty will get the yardage for first down as we have a timeout called. 2 plays later, actually, no, it's not first down. It was short, so it's 3rd and inches here. And we see Cousins, and that pass is going to be complete to Malik Benson. And Benson with this time will get the necessary yardage for the first down here. Very next play, 1st and 10, now inside Chargers territory. As we see Cousins, that pass is going to be complete over to Ashton Genty, and Genty will get the first down here. It'll set up a winning field goal attempt by Matt Gay in the waiting seconds here. That kick is going to go up, and it's going to split the uprights here. And the Raiders will win it with just seconds to play here. They go to 2-0 on the season. A very dejected Charger bench, I don't care. It's the Raiders are going to come away with a 44-41 victory, and they were trailing for most of the game. They trailed 14-0 after 1, but it doesn't matter. They win. Time to look at the stats here for this game. We have Kirk Cousins going 32 of 42 for 76% completion pass. He threw for 334 yards and 4 touchdowns. Another 4-touchdown game for him. Rushing wise, we have Ashton Genty, 15 carries for 105 yards, a touchdown. With Mike Washington Jr., 5 carries for 70 yards. Kirk Cousins only had 1 rushing attempt on 2 yards. And then we go a little bit down here, and then we have Dylan Labe, who actually had -2 yards on 1 carry. Receiving wise, Malik Benson this time, he was the receiver of the game. Went 7 catches for 119 yards. Brock Bowers with 6 catches, 75 yards, a touchdown, but he did get injured in this game. We're going to find out how long he's out. Jalen Naylor, 4 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown. Same with Ashton Genty, 7 receptions for 43 yards and a touchdown catch. Besh had 4 catches for 42 yards. Connor Hayward, 2 catches for 5 yards. Michael Mayer only had 2 receptions for 1 yard and a touchdown. He did fumble the ball a little bit earlier in that game. As we look at the blocking here, as we see Buford, Glaze, Grant, no Linderbaum, no Miller, Rogers, no sacks around, but JPJ and Trey Zune allowed 1 sack. Defense-wise, we have Stokes, 14 total tackles. Same with Bobby Wagner here, as we see Nakobe Dean with 12 total tackles. Same with Johnson and Stukes, though he did have 2 interceptions in the game. Jeremy Chin with 8 total tackles in the game. Same with Jermad McCoy. Jonah Laulu had 5 total tackles in the game. Malcolm Kuntz with 4 total tackles. And we have Max Crosby with 3 total tackles, 3 TFLs, 1 sack. Quiddy Pay with 3 total tackles, 2 TFLs, and a sack. We have Palomao with 2 total tackles. Same with Porter and Walker. Butler with 1. Eichenberg with 1. Everybody else. Johnson and Richardson had 1, but everybody else with 0 tackles for the defense. Kicking wise, Matt Gay went 3 for 3 from field goal, hitting a 47-yard field goal. That was the game winner, and he hit 5 for 5 from the point after. Then we have A.J. Cole, 4 punts for 192 yards, 156 net, 1 inside the 20, and then 1 touchback as well. Now we look at the Week 2 schedule here as we see the Buffalo Bills will open up New Highmark Stadium with a 52-24 win over the Detroit Lions here. The Falcons fall to 0-2. The Panthers going 2-0. They win 49-35 over the Atlanta Falcons. The Chicago Bears over the Minnesota Vikings 37-28. The Titans in a close one defeat, the Eagles in a close one defeat the Titans 27-24. The Steelers 17-10 winners over the defending AFC champions, and the Patriots are 0-2 to start the season. The Packers 31-10 winners over the New York Jets. The Browns are 2-0 to start the season. They win 38-28 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Saints 14-7 winners over the Baltimore Ravens. The Saints are 2-0, which, by the way, the Saints are the next opponent for the Raiders coming up in the next video. Saints 2-0. The Ravens are 0-2 on the season. And then we see that the Bengals fall to the Texans 20-17. Denver goes to 2-0 on the season. 41-20 winners over the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are 0-2 on the year. Then we have the Raiders 44-41 winners in overtime over the Chargers, a game that we just saw. And then we have the Cowboys 27-21 winners over the Commanders, their longtime rivals here. Seattle goes to 2-0 on the season, winning 27-24 over the Arizona Cardinals. Then we have the 49ers 27-17 winners over the Miami Dolphins. The 49ers are 2-0 on the season. The Dolphins at 0-2. The Colts go to 2-0 on the season, while the Chiefs fall to 0-2 on the season. The Colts are 38-27 winners in Arrowhead over the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. And the New York Giants upset the LA Rams 21-20. The Rams are now 0-2 on the season. And now we look at the players of the week here. For the AFC Offensive Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week, the Raiders will sweep those awards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week goes to Kirk Cousins, who went 32 of 42 for 334 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He was sacked twice, but he did have 2 carries, 1 rush, and unfortunately he fumbled the ball, but they were fortunate enough to recover that one. And boy, was that important, because that was the tying field goal that ended up sending the game eventually into overtime. Then we got Traden Stukes with 12 tackles and 2 interceptions, his first 2 interceptions of the career for the rookie. In the NFC, we have NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Even in a loss, we have Kyler Murray going 32 of 51 for 386 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. He was sacked once, 6 carries for 16 rushing yards. He was the Impact Player of the Week for week number 2. And then we have Dennis Sutton from the left edge from the Green Bay Packers here. 2 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown. Those are your players of the week. Next video, the Raiders are back out on the road again, but this time they are in the Big Easy. They travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints, who are also 2-0 on the season here. As we see some notable players for the New Orleans Saints, we have Travis Etienne Jr. was ETN for the longest time, but I guess he decided that he wants to go by his actual pronunciation, Etienne, and I guess he wants to make it more exotic, I think, but it might actually be his actual pronunciation for what I heard. And then you have Chris Olave as well as Jeremy Reed for the New Orleans Saints here. As we look at the standings here, 2-0, the Vegas Raiders 2-0, tied with the Broncos and the Chargers at 1-1, and the Chiefs at 0-2. You love to see that. As we look at some other stats here, you see Trayvon Stukes tied for the league lead in interceptions right now. That is pretty impressive right now. So that is how it is here. So it is the Raiders and the Saints in our next video. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button, comment on this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet, so you can get more Raider content as well as my Sacramento State Dynasty content, as we're going to get ready to start Season 2 next week officially, actually, as we saw one more video from the off season, and that will be the initial recruiting board video that will be coming out tomorrow. And also in the description down below will be a link to my Cash App, as well as where you can follow me on Instagram and on X. And with that, I just want to let everybody know I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.